What's up, everybody? I'm here with my special guest, Jason Wheaton, poli-sci major, political science major. What's up, man? How's it going?
It's going great. How are you doing today, man?
I'm doing fantastic, bro. I'm honestly a little tired, but it's all good.
You know what? We all are.
So I wanted to ask, right off the bat, another $3 million is put on Trump's head. What do you think about that? Let's hear it.
Oh, man, from Iran, right? Yeah. I think it's just for show, all right? They're not going to actually do anything.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think so. How much money was put on before that as well? So no,
it was a lot.
Yeah, it was a lot more money before.
I just remember it was a lot.
No, with this entire situation with Iran, I mean, yeah, he killed Qasem Soleimani in the airport, but
pronunciation right there.
Right. I know, right? But no, I don't think anything is going to come of it. I don't think anyone's going to try to attack Iran. It's just for show. They want to say, like, hey, you know what? We're going to try to retaliate.
I don't know.
Nothing's gonna come of it.
I don't know, man. People they killed JFK for free.
Yeah,
they killed him for free.
They did,
and we liked him,
right?
But a lot of people don't like Trump, man. So and they put money on his head now.
Right.
So I don't know, man. I don't even know if I want to throw that out there, but John Wick. If I was a John Wick or somebody,
right?
I'm not going to say what I would do because the government be listening and the FBI mess around be at my door. Right. But if I had the capability that John Wick has, I think I might be up about $3 million. I think I'm going to be up $3 million.
You think someone's actually going to try? I mean, it's a lot of money. But
I don't know.
It's the president of the United States. I think
that is very true.
I mean, we got to take it back a little bit too. Like, Iran and U.S. they've had a long history of tensions between the two countries, right?
It is.
I mean, with this Qasem Soleimani killing, like that really, it sparked a lot of tensions. I mean, it looked like for a second they were close to coming to war, but things have kind of backed away a little bit. I'm not saying it's great, but things have kind of backed away a little bit.
But they still fired up over there.
Now it seems like they can't say nothing. They can't be like, oh, well, Trump, they had the airstrike, he killed Soleimani, we're not going to do anything about it. They have, if you're leaders of Iran, they have to do something, right?
That's true.
They don't want to look weak. They already have protesters in the streets protesting against their government.
That's what the commander of Iran's elite Quds force, right?
I think Quds or Cuds.
Yeah, Quds. I don't want to mispronounce it, but their commander of an elite force, he said Trump did that in a cowardly way. And he said he gonna hit him back in a manly fashion.
Yeah.
A manly fashion.
Bro. $3 million hit on Trump or more. A manly fashion. Yeah,
it's so crazy, man. You got Twitter, right?
I actually don't have a Twitter, but I keep up with it, right?
Okay.
So like I have friends that use it, so I know what happens.
So you seen how Twitter exploded when all of that first went down?
Yeah.
Everybody thought we was going to war immediately.
Yeah, Twitter,
it was just funny seeing the memes, honestly.
It is funny, but like that's also why I'm not on Twitter, because here's the thing about Twitter and the news. I think it's terrible.
It's
As
horrible.
someone
Absolutely
who pays attention to the news, I do not focus on Twitter at all, unless I'm going to look at the memes and I'm going to laugh at people's reactions.
Yeah, I focus on like 3 sources of news, like in terms of actually getting like credible sources.
Right.
And credible news, I look at like 3 sources.
Gotcha.
And if I see one, I don't believe it unless I see about 5 more. I got to see multiple reports for me to start believing stuff on social media. That's with anything. That's with sports. That's with news.
Oh yeah,
that's with like just regular gossip. That's with everything. I'm not gonna believe it if I see one source or if I see one person claiming something. But if I see that one person and I'm like, okay, let me check it out real quick. Let me see if it's actually true.
Right.
I search it up. I see multiple things. I'm like, okay, now let me look and actually see what happened.
Right.
And I go to my sources. So then it's crazy. But I don't know. It's that manly fashion definitely has me convinced.
It's honestly, it's just crazy to think about that. Like before 2016, I never thought these kind of news would be coming out. Like this kind of situations would happen, and now here we are. And
it's crazy,
we have
man.
the leader or one of the leaders of Iran wanted to kill Trump in a manly fashion. It's crazy.
It's crazy, and I think the message too that it's only Trump and not the people of the U.S., not the majority in the U.S. I think that message has been very clear too, because I've seen like videos and things like that where it's translations of people talking and they're like, most of the time they're aiming directly at Trump.
Yeah,
it's not really we're gonna kill everybody in New York. It's we're getting Trump. That's like the main thing that everybody's been focusing on. So I'm like, you know what? That's okay with me.
Yeah, one of the leaders, I think it was the Ayatollah of Iran, came out and said, like, after the Trump airstrike, he said, our beef basically isn't with the United States population, it's with Trump.
Oh, when I tell you,
he said that our targets are, I think Trump, like, I think he also said the U.S. government too. So don't worry.
It's like a debrief. It's like, right. Thank you.
But even then, they're not gonna start a war. They don't want to start a war. We don't want to start a war either. I hope.
I don't know.
I don't want to start a war.
I think U.S. are some goddamn bullies, bro.
Yeah, that's fair.
They are aggressors.
That's fair.
And it's crazy too because, and you mentioned it earlier. You were saying how like there's been tensions going on for so long, and I've always felt like the tensions should have never existed because the reason why they've existed is because we were damn near bullies. Like we gave them. I don't know the exact years. But I know we gave them weapons before we even invaded to take back our weapons. If you follow what I'm saying a little bit.
In Iran?
Yeah, because they had a war that they were already going through and things, and we gave them weapons. Then years later, we're like, you know what? No, they got weapons of mass destruction. So it's like, then okay, well now, how you gonna give somebody something and then take it back?
And that, like, I forget the specifics of that too, but yeah, I know it's a lot of countries in the Middle East too. I mean, it's just they give weapons. Like I want to say they give weapons, and then it comes back to bite them later. And I mean, the U.S. and like it's. I mean, about to get real technical here, but let's say like
let's do it.
Post World Wars, like post World War I, post World War II, especially World War II, the U.S. becomes like a superpower, right? And you have the Soviet Union and the U.S. really competing. Well,
in every movie. Well, go ahead. I'll get to that later.
With like the world increasingly becoming connected, right? So the U.S. and the Soviet Union too, they want to expand their influence abroad, right? Because that's how they get. I mean, in a more selfish way, that's how they get more resources. Or if U.S. says that's how they spread democracy, right?
Right.
Well, in order to do that, they got to get involved with their countries and get involved with the resources and like buddy up with them, so they have situations like that. But a lot of those countries don't like it. So yeah, I definitely agree that the U.S. has been a bully, but it's, I mean,
they are big. I can't say that word, but they're big bullies, bro.
Right.
It's messed up.
Especially after the collapse of the Soviet Union, the U.S. is the only superpower in the world.
Yeah, and that's how they walk around, and that's how they act. Like anything that goes on in the U.S., like whoa, hold on. Let me see what's going on. Right. It's like they always intervene and like, calm down, man. That has nothing to do with you. Like, relax. Right. It has nothing to do with you.
I think there's a difference between like intervening and also being a bully. I mean, like they kind of both go hand in hand, but like I think the U.S. should be involved in other people's problems because we have so much money in the U.S. Like it just as a country, we're the wealthiest nation in the world, right? And we use it. We use it on weapons. We use it on war. Right. So I would like to see is that us using on aid, like foreign aid. Like we have these countries out there in the Middle East, which we've messed up, that we can go back in, we can give them aid, we can ask them what they want, and just be an aid to their country instead of just expanding our influence. Like, no, you got to do this.
That's so true. We put all the money toward war, and that's part of the reason we became big bullies is because and that's why I know. Like we talked about it a little earlier too. Yeah, where. The war is not happening. You was like, it's not gonna be no war regardless. It's not gonna happen, and that's part of the reason why I know it's not gonna happen either. Because we got so many damn weapons.
Yeah, no one.
It's too many weapons.
No one wants to touch us.
It's crazy. It's just too many weapons, and I wouldn't want to go fight anybody with that's like 7 foot tall and yoked up and super strong. Like I wouldn't want to, not voluntarily.
Right. but at the same time, like you have these countries like Iran that might. I mean, there's a point, and I think it's so stupid what Trump is doing is he's attacking and killing their leaders, and like they designated his Qasem Soleimani as his Quds Force as a terrorist organization, but he's also a part of another country, and what that attack does is let's say you start a war. Well, now you say you get rid of a bad man that's killed a lot of people. Well, now you're going to kill a lot more people because you have soldiers coming in now. You have entire resources devoted to a war.
Exactly.
So it's just, I mean, foreign policy it can be a bit more gray area as far as morality, but like. It's
tough, man. It's tough. I don't know why, but that's the way I see it. I'm like, we're huge bullies, and because you can't expect them not to retaliate. Right. Like if we do something, if we're sending troops there, we're sending people to like terrorize them or whatever we may be doing. Like we're sending people over there to watch them very closely. Right. You can't be mad at them for being upset about that. Right. That's like you being 34 and your husband or your spouse or sending somebody to babysit you when you're at home alone. Like that just don't add up. It's not cool.
Right.
So and that's kind of how I look at the situation. Like you can't really be mad mad because they're retaliating to something that you're doing.
Yeah, it's so difficult too. You got to have a lot more tact in foreign policy. You got to understand the type of reactions you're going to get from the things you do, and as the U.S., the type of things you can do, you're going to get a lot bigger reactions to it. And when the news, I'm flashbacks when the news first broke out, because I thought like, oh man, we might go to war.